Hello everybody, it is Friday night. I have the house to myself. My Kindle is fully charged. It's 2:30 in the afternoon and I've got my PJs on. But we're going to do a 24-hour readathon this weekend. I'm going to start it now. I haven't done one of these in like ever. What we're going to do is I'm going to start at 3 and I'm going to read. And I'm literally, because I've got to have commitments tomorrow morning, going to read for 24 hours over the next 3 days. So between Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to read 24 hours. We're going to see how we go. I don't really, obviously I've never done one like this. I just want to have fun. We are currently the 31st of July. So I've got literally tonight until I can start my August TBR, which I'm very excited about because I've got so many good books. Currently in the middle of 3 books. I forgot to grab one. Let me grab it. So I'm currently about 50% of the way through This Inevitable Ruin by Matt Dinnerman. This is book 7 in Dungeon Crawler Carl. And this one I am listening to on audio. So I think I've still got a fair bit to go. This will probably not be in this vlog because I'll listen to it like now and then when I'm doing jobs and I still need to be reading. I'll listen to this, but it's not a book that I'm aiming to get finished in this. There are 2, however, I'm currently reading and would like to finish before midnight tonight so that they can be my July reading wrap up. That is Heart of the Sun Warrior by Sulin Tan. I'm 49 pages into this and it's a 465 page book. And Mother of Death and Dawn by Carissa Broadbent. This is book 3 in the War of Lost Hearts. So these 2 books are both the last books in their duology and trilogy, which is why I really want to get them finished this month. I don't want to carry these over. My Kindle is fully charged. I've got 20 minutes to make my cheese platter, get my drinky drinks, be settled on the couch, ready to go. I might make up my little, because I'm having girl dinner, my cheese board is my girl dinner. I can just snack on throughout the afternoon. I'll make that, show you that. I did get a new, it's called a breakfast board, but it's just basically a board with legs, so it sits over your lap. I'm so excited about that. And I make that cheese board, I'll show it to you, and then we'll tune in when we get started. It is 3 o'clock. I've got my dinner, my Kindle, my books, and then got all my drinks. The only thing I don't have is the TV set to brown noise. That's because I can't find the remote. I'm sure it'll turn up at some point. 3 o'clock on the dot. I'm starting the timer. I'll check in with you guys a bit later. We are 2 hours in. I've paused the timer for the first time since we started. So I've paused it at 22 hours and 7 minutes because I've finished Mother of Death and Dawn by Carissa Broadbent. I ended up giving this a 3.5. I did really enjoy this series. It is a trilogy, I think. However, I read book 1 about over a year ago, and I read book 2 a couple months ago, and now I've read book 3. I wasn't as connected and emotionally invested in these characters and this world anymore. However, I still did really enjoy it, just not as much as I've loved other books by Carissa either. I did really love the Crowns and Araxes series. That's them down there. I still enjoyed it, and it's nice to tick just another series off my never-ending list of series I'm in the middle of. So I'm very happy about that. I think now I'm going to start, is it Daughter of the Sun? Oh, what's that book? Sorry, this is book 1. I'm just going to try and figure out what book 2 is called because I don't want to walk over there and get it. It's in the living room. Heart of the Sun Warrior. I am going to start Heart of the Sun Warrior. I'm going to see how I go with it. The first 40 pages haven't been drawing me in like the first one, the Daughter of the Moon Goddess, did. So we'll try that. We'll see how we go. Obviously, I don't want to start anything on my August TBR until August, so until midnight. But there is someone there, just looking at it, that I am super excited for. Yeah. Anyway, let's leave that as is. I need to go, obviously, turn the timer back on and start our next read. The timer has stopped at 19 hours and 22 minutes remaining. I finished another book. Take that out. I finished The Heart of the Sun Warrior by Su Lin Tan, which means I've finished another series. I'm so happy about that. This one I gave a 4-star. I didn't love the ending of this. I got it, but I didn't love it. However, the actual contents of the book I really liked. I probably liked it maybe a tiny bit more than the first one. Really good duology. Just the writing in this is incredible. It's so descriptive, and like I put on my brown noise and I read this and I'm just so immersed. I don't think I even looked up for about an hour. It was so good. Now I have to pick what I want to do. It is only literally 8:01 at night. I have to read at least another 3.5 hours tonight to get to 18 hours so that I'm doing like my 8 hours a day. I think we'll make the 8 hours a day a minimum, because like I might read more tomorrow. I might read like less on Sunday. I might read even more tonight. I don't know. However, we now have to pick what we're going to do book-wise. Are we going to start the August TBR? Am I going to pick a short book, like a thriller maybe, that I can read easily? I don't know. Let me ponder it. I'll ponder it and then I'll be back. I have thought and I've come up with my plan. I don't want to start the August TBR tonight. It's August. August is tomorrow. It just doesn't feel right in my head to start it early, which is fine. So what I think I'm going to do is listen to... Oh, I forgot to get it off the shelf. Hold on. I always leave it over here because I'm listening to the audio, so it doesn't count. I'm going to listen to This Inevitable Ruin by Matt Dinnerman for a little while because I just want to do a little bit of tidying, and then tomorrow at some stage I will be filming my July reading wrap-up to post on YouTube. So I need to get all of those books back off the shelves and prep that. Then once I do that, I think I'll sit back down. I'll probably sit in here, to be honest, rather than on the couch. And I'm going to read some thrillers, because my thrillers don't actually fit like on my TBR thriller shelf. I'll show you. So this shelf here behind me is my thriller, horror, mystery shelf, these three. So the bottom one, I've read all of those. This one from the popcorn this way is all TBR. And then the top is just more books that I've read. The bottom's like Frida and YA, and then the top is everyone else. But this like little chunk where my TBR is packed. Like I cannot fit another book in there. So any like thrillers that I get delivered have to kind of like sit randomly around the room until I clear enough space to get them in. So what I might do actually, so we're going to listen to This Inevitable Ruin and do some cleaning. And then I'm going to, there's actually 2 books that don't currently fit on the shelf. The first one being Phantom Limb by Lucinda Berry. These are like the 2 most recent editions, hence why they don't fit. And this one's on Kindle. So Phantom Limb by Lucinda Berry, which is a psychological thriller. This is super short. It's like 200 pages. And it's on Kindle. I think I said that. I don't really know what... Yeah. This is about identical twins. Something to do with identical twins. And just looking at the back of this, she's a doctor. Like, she is a doctor as well. She's giving Frida with that. Yeah, Dr. Lucinda Berry is a trauma psychologist and leading researcher in childhood trauma. That's so cool. She uses her clinical experience to create disturbing psychological thrillers. That is so cool. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. And she runs marathons. Superwoman. That's really cool. That's kind of given me like a whole new perspective. sorry, we're going on a side tangent, but that's really given me a whole new perspective into her books. Because I've read 2 by her now. 2? 3. 3. And they've all been about kids. Or like teenagers. And I've now just put 2 and 2 together about why that is. I thought she just liked writing like creepy kid thrillers. That's so cool. And it explains why some of her books are so messed up. Oh, I'm actually so happy about that. It's my like fun fact of the week. Anyway, so we'll read this. And then, to be honest, tonight I also think I want to read this one, What We Did to Survive by Megan Lally. This is, I don't really know. I think it's got to do with there's like 3 people on a resort. Hannah, her best friend, Emmy, and Emmy's older brother, Jackson. And they go like out on a boat, I think. Yeah, they go out on a private sailboat and then like the clouds roll in and there's a storm, which is crazy. So I kind of really want to read this too. So I think this is also under 300 pages. Right. I need to stop chitter-chatting because I need to finish both of those by midnight tonight, because otherwise they're going to go on the July reading wrap-up and I don't want that. Right. No more chitter-chattings. I will be back. I'm not going to give you an update on this inevitable ruin, but I will give you an update when I finish one of these. Stay tuned. I've paused the timer with 17 hours and 3 minutes left. It's 11 o'clock. Was it 11? Yeah, just after 11. I had to pause the timer because I went out for about half hour. I had to go pick up some stuff from my parents. So we didn't get to What We Did to Survive by Megan Lally, which is fine. But however, we did finish Phantom Limb by Lucinda Berry. Now, I feel like I gave this a 4, right? Like, I gave it a 4. However, I feel like I needed trigger warnings before going into this. I get that it's a thriller, and I get that, like, you're supposed to be surprised. And the plot twist in this, all of the plot twists were crazy. This was phenomenal. This is probably my favourite by her. Like, I read Perfect Child. My previous favourite was Perfect Child. This is above Perfect Child. This was awesome. However, there was a topic very heavy and prominent in this book that is something that I have my words are like failing me right now. There's a topic very prominently in this book that is something that I have dealt with in the past, that I have struggled with. And I didn't have any trigger warnings before going into this, and that potentially is my own fault. I should have researched before going into this, because I know thrillers can be dark and confronting. Insane. Like, a majority of this takes place, I don't think this is a spoiler because it says on the back, but the majority of this actually takes place in a psychiatric unit. Please do check your trigger warnings on this. I need like 5 minutes to process that, and then we still have to read for at least another hour to get down to 16 hours on the timer, not 18, because I kept thinking that 18 hours was, like, if I read from 24 on my timer to 18, that was 8 hours. No, it's 6. We need to read till 16, which is fine. I'm going to take a minute to process that, and I'm going to figure out how we're going to do this August TBR. Whether I kind of pull up a random number generator, like 1 through 15, and then whichever one that gives me is what I read. I might do that. Let's have a look. My TBR cart looks so skew-if. Okay. So we have 15 books on this TBR cart. On my iPad, if I can find Safari, am going to do a random number generator. And I'm going to We're doing 1 to 15. Nope, not 16, 15. Pick. So if it's number 3, I'm going to pick the third book down. If it's number 5, I'll do the 5th. Like that. So we have our number generator. I can like hardly see. That's, oh, 14. Can you see that? It's 14. So that's the second from the bottom. It's at this shelf. That's one I really didn't want to get. Kind of annoyed about that. The 14th book, second from the bottom, is A Sword of Kaigan by M.L. Wang, which is a 600-page book. Is it cheating if I say I don't want to do it? Because it's 600 pages, and I feel like you can't read a 600-page book in a 24-hour readathon. Like, as much as I finished Mother of Death and Darkness, or whatever that one was. See, I can't even remember that. I'm tired. I don't want to read a 600-page book. That defeats the purpose. We're going to roll again. We're going to roll again. Because this will probably take up like 6 hours of the readathon, and that's just boring. 8. Okay, we've rolled 8. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh! Well, that makes me excited. Our Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune. Oh, I'm excited for that one. This is a standalone romance about like 2 best friends, and she's getting married, and then she gets like ditched to the altar or like cheated on or something. Yeah, like dumped on the morning of her wedding. So her and her guy best friend like go on this date. Look how big that writing, that font's huge, and that cover is stunning. It's literally my favourite cover, like I think ever. Sword of Kaigan, you're going back on there. That's a standalone. That can be read at a later date, and it's massive. I really want to read a massive book. I'm excited for this. I've read this, this month I read actually 2 Carly Fortune books, and like, they're the only 2 I've obviously read from her, but I really enjoyed them. The Every Summer After and Happy Places in Memory. What's it called? Every Summer After and One Golden Summer. That's right. I read them. I really liked them. So I'm very excited to read this one. And then I've actually got 2 other books by her. This Summer Will Be Different and Meet Me at the Lake. I think I bought pretty much everything she had out. I'm very excited for this. I'm going to obviously start this now. Do I want to start this now? Do I want to read something on my Kindle? Because like I could just read a quickie on my Kindle and then start this in the morning. Leave it with me. I'll give you guys an update. I don't know whether I will just read until we get down to 16 hours or I'll read like a whole book and stop. You'll get an update when I figure it out. Okay, it's the next morning. I stopped the timer last night with 15 hours and 57 minutes to go. It's now 8 o'clock. I've got to duck out in about 15 minutes. I'll probably be out for about an hour and a half. I've got a few appointments and things to get to. Sorry, the dog's barking. Weirdo. Yeah, I've got a few appointments and things to get to. So last night, because I went to bed and read in bed, I didn't end up reading Our Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune. I instead read on my Kindle, and I actually started Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. This is book 1 in the Red Queen series, which I'm pretty sure is like 5 books. Yeah, I've got 5 books in that. I'm enjoying this. This is YA, I'm 99% sure. Oh, it's dystopian and fiction. That's interesting. It's giving me very YA. And I'm really enjoying it. I feel like it's quite fun so far. And there's obviously been a few twists and turns already. Yeah, I'm really liking this. I think I'll definitely aim to finish at least this, Our Perfect Storm, and one other book today. But yeah, really enjoying this. And it's on Kindle Unlimited, which is crazy. It's like I could literally just sit and binge the whole series on my Kindle one day. How good's that? Anyway, I'm obviously going out. I will give you guys an update when I have something significant to report, either in Red Queen or Our Perfect Storm. I feel like I owe everybody an update because it's 10 o'clock and I still haven't picked up a book because my appointments, well, I said about an hour and a half. So, I mean, it kind of took an hour and a half. It took more than what I thought. But I want to show you what I got. Because I had to go to Kmart, so I did some book shopping while I was out. So I had to get a bunch of new cords and like phone cases and things, which I will show you why in a minute. And some dog treats. Smokey is so fussy. Momo, she will only literally eat like, there's only about 3 or 4 different types of treats she'll actually eat. It can't be too hard, it can't be too soft. Like, she's so fussy. So like when I find something she likes, I make sure I get them like every time I go out. I got 2 books. So I got The Correspondent by Virginia Edens. This I believe is like, has a ton of letters in it. Like it's letters, emails. It's like an 80-year-old lady or something, and that's her primary form of communication. Everyone says this is amazing. Oh, it's got a bloody sticker on it. It's not a sticker. And then, because it's trad published now, and I've really wanted to get it for ages, and I've finally seen it, Daggermouth by H.M. Wolfe. This is a duology, and I believe this is a dark fantasy romance, maybe, or just a dark romance. Or maybe it's like a dystopian. It's meant to be really good. Adult dystopian romance. Sounds so good. Oh my god, I love that dedication. I'll read the dedication to you. For my readers, for those of us with rebel hearts, for the black sheep, for the ones who've been told they feel too much or too little, for everyone who's never felt like they belong. Welcome home. I'm so excited. And then, so I went to the optometrist. That was like the main reason I went out. And I got 2 new pairs of glasses. So I got these ones, and then I got a second pair because it was like super cheap to get a second pair. I'm like, oh well, if I break them. And because when I film like with my ring light, I get like a ring of gold in my, like green in my glasses. So I got glasses without that on there so that it's less annoying for everyone. So you'll see those in the coming weeks. And then just to like, because I felt like it. And so I've been on my mum, like my parents, like Telstra forever. And I finally said, like, enough is enough. I'm sick of paying month to month. I want everything in my name. Then I can just kind of go on and do my own thing. And I've had my phone for a few years. So I was like, oh, I might as well get an upgrade while we're there. So apparently the phone I got has to have a 65-watt charger. Otherwise it's bad for battery life. And I got an iPhone 17 Pro Max. So I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited to set this up. Apparently the camera quality on these is crazy. So stay tuned for that as well. This is the first update that I'm filming on this new phone. So we'll see how this goes and if we can tell any different. Now I've stopped the timer at 11 hours, 46 minutes to go. We're over halfway. I'm so happy about that. So we've got 3 hours and 45 minutes left to read at least today. However, you're getting this update because we finished Our Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune. I'll put this bookmark away because I feel like I can't talk when I'm holding it. This is a 5-star for me. I loved this. This is definitely my favourite read from her. Possibly, I just really love the fact that the setting of this, the nature, it was phenomenal. And Frankie and George are just so beautiful together. It is 2 o'clock, I think. Is it 2 o'clock? It's about 2 o'clock on Saturday, so I think I might have a bit of a nap. So I'm so tired after this morning. Have a nap. Then I'll keep reading Red Queen, and then once I finish Red Queen, we'll do another little number generator. So stay tuned. I'll give you an update because we have just over 9 hours left on the timer, and it's now 7 o'clock. So I need to do at least another hour today. Anyway, irrelevant. When we left off, I'd just finished Our Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune. I had a bit of a nap, and then I kept reading Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard on my Kindle. This was so good. I gave it a 4. I found it was definitely YA, but it was very refreshing. I loved our setting, I loved our characters, I loved the twists, the turns. Everything about this was really good. Just for me, there was a few moments that gave me the ick. That's all. So I did really enjoy this, and that's definitely a series that I'll just keep reading on my Kindle. I think there's 4 more or 3 more? 4 more. No idea where we're going to go with these now, but 4 more. And yeah, they'll literally just be Kindle reads, I think. Like just like something that I smash out like on the Kindle. I then, because I was in bed and I couldn't be bothered coming over to the TBR shelf, I'm sorry, picked up King of Hearts by Vic Peters. This I started obviously on my Kindle. This is a AFL sports romance between the captain of the football team and a editor slash journalist, like editor at a sports kind of thing. So I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm only 25% into it, but I'm really liking all of the references to AFL and Australia. And there's just minor things that she's included in here that I'm like, oh, I get that. Like when I read a book set in America about like NFL, there's so much that just goes whew, whereas this, I'm getting a sense of a lot of it. I might pick a physical book that we can read as well. So I'll get my little TBR, my little random number generator, and we'll do that now as well. Okay. Got my little helper. So I've got my little helper, and we've got our little random number generator. I'm really hoping we don't get a romance, because I do like to have, if I'm going to have 2 books, I like to have 2 different genres. We got 14. There's not 14 books left on the TBR, so we need to pick again. Maybe I should change this. Actually, let's change it. How many are on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's change this. Okay, generate. What have we got? 11. Ooh. It's a romance, but it's a romance I'm really anticipating. It is In Stormy Weather by Chelsea Curto. I love that cover. I accidentally pre-ordered 2 copies, so I'm probably gonna like absolutely annotate this one and then maybe bedazzle the other one. I'm so excited. This is like the romance between like a meteorologist and then like a news reporter in like a hurricane. I think she's like he's her brother's best friend too. I'm so excited for this. Okay, stay tuned. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I would like to finish both of those books tonight. If that means we go for 8 hours, that's good, because it means I don't have to do as much tomorrow. I'll let you guys know where we get. I very much forgot to give an update this morning, and for that I'm sorry, but it's now the afternoon, some point 2ish I think. There's 4 hours left on my timer. So today I finished King of Hearts by Vic Peters. This one I've given a 4-star to. I really did enjoy this. There wasn't much of a third act breakup, which was really nice as well. So I did really enjoy this, and I'm very excited to read the rest of the series. I think I'm going to like her writing very much. I said I was going to start In Stormy Weather by Chelsea Curto. However, I'm just a bit like, I just finished a romance. I need something different. And for that, I've picked up Honey by Imani Thompson. Now, I didn't know too much going into this, but I was under the impression it was more of a thriller. It's actually not. It's probably some kind of contemporary / lit fiction style. I'm really enjoying it. I'm about a third of the way through with 4 hours left on the timer. So I'm going to continue this. I'm really enjoying it. I don't know kind of where we're going to end up with this story, which I like. I don't kind of know what, like, I've still got so much to go. So I'm like, well, what is actually going to happen in the next 200-ish pages? I did also listen, because I had a few jobs to do this morning, so about an hour and a half of the time was spent listening to This Inevitable Ruin by Matt Dinnerman as well. So 4 hours to go. Let's see what we can get through. I stopped the timer a little while ago at 1 hour 51 minutes because I finished Honey by Imani Thompson. I did really enjoy this. I gave it a 4. It's probably not what I thought it was going to be going into it, which I really liked. I don't even know how to, like I said, I don't even know how to categorize this. It's definitely not a thriller. Could I say it's a lit fic contemporary? It does talk a lot on societal values and beliefs, which I really enjoyed. To be honest, I think going into it blind is really good. But basically, we're following Yersa, and she is a PhD student at Cambridge. She accidentally kills one of her friend's professors who's stolen her work, like her research, and manipulated her. And we follow her journey from there. It was really good. I now have to finish editing my July wrap-up and post that. And then the last 2 hours I'm going to read In Stormy Weather by Chelsea Curto, and I'll give you a final update. Our timer has now gone off. We are finished. That was a joyride. I'm going to start doing these every month because this is so fun. I think I'm going to turn it into a thing. It's going to be like my weekend to myself. I'm going to do a 24-hour readathon, have my little snack boards. Anyway, to finish up, so we did get a bit further into Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'm at 65% of this inevitable ruin. I nearly finished that, which is really good. And then In Stormy Weather, because I am annotating this, it is taking me longer to read, but I am 40 pages into that, which is just over 10%. So those are the 2 books that we finished off with. But I'll just run through everything we did read in this vlog. So we started with finishing Mother of Death and Dawn by Carissa Broadbent. This one I gave 3 stars. We finished Heart of the Sun Warrior by Su Lin Tan, and again I gave this a 4. We read Phantom Limb by Lucinda Berry, and I gave this one a 4 as well. Yep. Our Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune was a 5-star. Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard was a 4. King of Hearts by Vic Peters was a 4, and Honey by Imani Thompson was a 4. So we had a really good, like a really strong quality of books, like all 4, 3.5 and above, which is awesome. So that brings us to the end of this vlog. Thank you so much for sticking around, for watching. I will see you for the next one.